Patient no case of old CVA, recurrent attack, and feeding by nasogastric tube. Yes, loss of gag reflex and. Yes, patient and oxygenation by
لو الدكتور موسى دار ستيرلايزيشن للسكن، والدكتور عبد الباري حيخش بالسكوب. هاي اوكي، خذ السكوب بتاعك. هاي حطي له الماوث بيس.
لا اعطينا الصورة الثانية مخرج. كاميرا مان شوية وجه. اوكي شد الماوث بيس.
عبد الحميد شوية فوق النشيد شوية.
ما
اعطينا صورة السكوب يا فرعون.
مازال السكوب شوية.
سكوب
مازال صورة السكوب شوية. It is sometimes difficult to introduce the scope in such patients. Suction. اوكي الباك كانال تنطش ذا سكن هي دير لك كلينينج نحي الواحد. Usually we are introducing or fixing the tube in the left side to the midline. As I said, it's difficult sometimes to introduce the scope, especially when the patient has tumor. خليك انت السراير بعيد شوي. لا لا شيء. اوكي ستوب. مجيد ما فيش حاجه غادي.
لا انتوا قاعدين برا.
ايه
كان هذا بلايند انتوبيشن.
intubation. ايه try Dr. Adil Mustiri, he will try now. Sometimes as we said it is difficult. مش استراي جيبي الاستراي جوز. Okay. Okay, good. You are in now. Okay, okay, ارجع. Now in. ممكن from the nasogastric tube pressure effect. اوكي اعطيه ابتداء اعطيه مره ثانيه زيد النقطه. ايوه ستيرايل ولا
شوي الشيء هذا
As we said, we have to do total gastroscopy. Duodenitis. لا خلاص كمل لحظة. There is duodenitis, no ulcer. The way is open. Okay, the way is open. Okay, now he will go back to the stomach. السيرايغوس.
يا عبد الحميد
ايوه
بالله عليك بتاع الكاميرا غادي ما نخلي ياخذ لنا الابدومن بتاعها
كويس
الانسترومنتيشن.
اوكي حط على بطن المريض. we have now put the light off. سكر الضي. Now we have to we must here do trans illumination, diaphonoscopy, to see if there is any organ between the stomach and the abdominal wall. You will not see this trans illumination. The assistant, he will dip his finger from outside. ورينا السكرين هذاك.
اوكي.
يبان السكوب يبان ها. اوكي. اي ودب بالقوه قوه شويه بحيث انه صبع. اوكي. This side here. It is all right. Yeah, this side. Okay, this side is all right. Now, Dr. Musa, he will do local anesthesia. Did you decide? Yeah. خليك. اوكي خلاص. اعطيه anesthesia. موسى خذ الانستيزيا بتاعك. تاخذ انت بروحك هذه هذه واتيه.
كيف بالضبط خلاص.
اي خلاص افتح الضي. ركز على بطن المريض. النفس اللي انت عامله. اوكي. Then you have to go in with the needle inside. You have sedated. We have to see the needle inside first. Go out شوية. يتربش بوش. Okay, go out عادل شوية. وين النيدل؟ أيوة. Okay, this is right. We see now the needle inside. Okay, you can keep the needle in if you like to keep the direction. To know the direction. Okay. Keep needle in أطلع من واحد.
upside down.
Okay. Now you can do cut. You give. Okay خلاص. Do cut knife. Good knife. Do enough cut. لا خلاص خذها النيدل كان ضيقات خذها. عرفت الدايركشن ولا؟ Okay. Okay. Do enough cut. كبر ما يطلع خذ ستيرايدوز خذ انت.
دكتور موسى بدي اللابراتومي.
Now he will go in.
دكتور موسى
ايوه
الانسجن بتاع اللابراتومي هذا.
لابراتومي. go in. You have to go in. قوة شوي.
هنا ستورتوسكوب.
ايوه.
مور انفليشن تبي شويه يا حميد. جيف مور اير.
شد مع بعض هيك النيدل مع التروكر مع بعض بس كفوا النيدل فيك. اوكي جو ان. اعطيني ستيرايل جوز. مش انجل نفس الدايركشن. اعطيني ستيرايل اللي قلب. ستيرايل موسى نفس الاتجاه. you have to catch all together وفي نفس الدايركشن go in quickly. شنو موسى؟ مشيتوا ترى شوي موسى. عشان اوكي اعطي اير
هذا هيك تمسكها.
انا استراي موسى ترى خلينا ندخلها هنا قبل. موسى ترى شويه انا استراي. بسم الله. اوكي اعطيها هنا. اوكي بسم الله. اوكي I will go inside now. اوري البليس بتاعك. اعطيني اير. ايه لا انت مش واحد قبل اطلع بسكوب شويه. جو اوت بسكوب. فيش لا
What direction does ما خلاص
دايركشن. Okay. Give me air. Give me more air. More air. اعطيني air. نحن من على الابدومين. اعطيني زيد more air. More air. بسم الله. I'll go inside. مفيش air enough يعني. لا. ايه اعطيني air. اعطيني air enough مش enough air. More air. The site is very nice. It's very nice site. Okay. شوية. Give enough air. Enough air. يعني عندهم الصورة هذه ولا؟ اوكي. site very nice. تبي لي اير نبو اير بس. نبو اير. مفيش اير رجع.
واضحه الصوره دكتور واضحه.
في النص ما فيش انه اير يعني. زيد الاير من هنا. اعطيه اير.
وين الاير؟ قاعد على الهاي.
وين تعال. الاير is not enough. The air is not
ممكن
enough.
عنده هني هاي خسرني ولا حاجه من الكوز.
ترى خش بسكوب زيد خش شويه. زيد خش شويه بسكوب.
Small. If you can try small needle, I think it's. I don't know if you can try it. Small needle. Yes.
خليك ها.
Yeah. Just to decide the site. Yes.
ما فيش.
Yes.
في ما عندهمش حاجة ثانية هذه. It is not enough air. مش. We should have enough air to the stomach wall to come in contact with the abdominal wall. Direction أو صبع.
Yes. اللي هو أصلا chronic fasting patients usually have got
أبي شوية كده.
thick wall stomach.
لا في النص.
عبد الحميد.
أيوة.
You have to inflate more.
إيه من الإير ده بربل من ده إير.
عبد الحميد. Try to use the working channel with the air inflation بالsyringe.
مش مني شوف في نبريد هسه داخل. We have to check our scope first. Okay, so we have to check our scope first. Yeah. Then we will finish. Okay. Okay. We'll see first. Yeah. Stop now. Hey, Majid. We have to stop now to check our scope.
We're just stopping for a second just to check the air insufflation in the scope to see if it's adequate, because it sounds that it's a little bit faulty. So
Yes.
we'll just
Okay,
take the
Majid,
scope
sorry
out.
for that, yeah?
We do apologize.
Transfer to the other room, please.
You mean you will stop the procedure?
No, we'll just take
check
it.
the scope first. Yeah, we will stop now. Yeah, check the other room, please.
الاير تعبان ها؟ في ليك ولا حاجه؟
نعم. ايوه دكتور عادل.
والله ما زلنا نديروا في تشيك على السكوب لان الاير فيه ليك ممكن يكون.
انسفليتر قصدك؟
الانسفليشن
انسفليتر هو اصلا كان كان في fault last week was repaired by the Olympus people. I believe it's still has got problems with insuflator again. الانسفليتر نفسه الاسبوع اللي فات كان عاطل يعني تم تصليحه ممكن في مشكله ما زال مره ثانيه. الانسفليتر بتاع السكوب فهمت دكتور عادل؟
قاعد تو وي ار تيستينج ات.
هو كان في فولت الاسبوع اللي فات وقلت لك صلحناه وما زال في مشكله راه.
ما زال في مشكله، هي ممكن فيه ليك لكن تو اتس بيتر ناو. Now it's better, so we're just going to go back
Yeah.
again.
Yes.
There we go.
We have Olympus people, and I think, in the pictures, Mr. Bravinos. I don't know if he can intervene with it. Mr. Bravin. I don't know. The machine is not.
Yes, now it's better. Now it's better. Okay. تو a lot better تو.
دخلوا لي السنير هنا. سنير.
هذا نديروا الخشش والله
اعطيني سيرنج 20 سيرنج 20 سيرنج ستيرايلون اي لو
تو الاير انسفليشن better.
Yes, again.
Air insufflation is a lot better, so we anticipate that it will go on smoothly.
Right.
Inshallah.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we are.
Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent. That's clear.
blue one
The blue. Okay.
Next step.
خذ ال
Dr. Adil, if you can describe the procedure for the
Okay.
audience, please.
Now
We
have the snare.
already snare inside.
He's got the snare, the blue, the blue tape is now is in the
Snare.
in the trap, and it's been trapped and it's been catched. So he's going to use a pull-through procedure now. Close, more. Okay, 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 okay. So now we'll take the scope out completely.
خذ اعطيني
Okay. Now we will give him the tube to pull it through from the mouth.
اعطيني this one
Okay.
okay thank you
So now he's going to attach the tube to the blue شو يسوي فيه الخيط الازرق الواير and we'll pull the big tube through the mouth. Okay. So he will pull.
يعني نسمع فيهم.
Okay. Okay.
اعطيني goes
Okay.
دكتور مجيد عبد الحميد
ايوه
هلا اسمع فينا.
أنا أسمع فيك.
Can you give us a short brief note about when he can start feeding and what's the care for the wound when you are interested to see the wound is infected or not,
Right. Okay.
and what's your advice to the family? This patient will go home,
Okay, good. Now after fixation.
and is there any special sheet to be followed?
Listen, Abdullah, there is here in the tube, there is a mark outside the skin. We should mark how the centimeter mark.
You should tell
in
the
skin.
relative
You should tell the relative and the nurses.
in his home.
Because the tube should stay in this mark. Too much tight, it may cause necrosis, or the mucosa, it may overgrow over the plate.
What
the
do you mean
bumper
by
from
mark?
inside.
What do you mean by mark? Is it a special mark or what?
وري الواحد مجيد وري المارك انا اثبت go out.
You have to go.
اوكي وري السنتيمتر مارك outside.
We have to mark here. 10
You mean the centimeters?
Centimeter mark.
Yeah. It
Here we
differs.
should
It differs
decide
according
from
to the
inside.
thickness.
We should see the here the bomber inside. Pull it out, please. Pull it out. Pull it out. It should not be too tight. Go out or too loose. Yeah.
So this mark is not fixed. It differs
Now,
according to the thickness
for
of the
every patient,
abdomen.
For every patient, another.
Has its own mark. Yeah.
Now here the 3 centimeter. We should note that is the external mark is at 3 centimeter. When they dress the patient or change the dressing, the mark should be on 3 centimeter. Always like this.
Yeah.
And we should not use the tube for 24 hours. This means the patient he will stay on IV fluid for 24 hours. After 24 hours, we have our own protocol. After 24 hours, we start feeding through the.
I mean, what's your rationale? I mean, Doctor, for not feeding him for 24 hours?
Lower 4 centimeters. Okay. After 24 hours, we can use the tube for feeding. We will start gradually increasing.
Dr. Abdul Hamid.
أيوة.
What's your rationale against feeding him for the first 24 hours? ليش يعني؟
Yeah, yes, good. You have to make sure that the tube, there is no leak in the tube, and you have to make sure that the GIT is working, functioning. 24 hours you can start. If good. There is no leak. There is no. أيوة.
Dr. Muhammad asking why you advise the patient not to eat or not to give nothing through the tube for 24 hours. Why?
Good. In 24 hours, there may be patient may pass in paralytic ileus because you touch the bowel. You have to make sure that the patient has already the bowel is functioning. You understand?
Yeah, you are fear of any complication. But if I am sure that my procedure is smooth and the patient is slim and I go straight ahead.
The patient may develop ileus.
Yeah.
Ileus.
Another important factor is the bleeding. Sometimes the delayed bleeding from the
We are
wound.
doing 24 hours.
Yeah, that's it. You may go again with the scope and stop it. That's you prefer the patient to be fasting.
Our protocol, we are doing 24 hours IV fluid, then enteral feeding. Yeah. Antibiotic pre and post.
What degree you advise the family to feed the patient? And will you advise them to flush the
Yes,
tube?
yes.
What
They
degree-
should flush the tube after every feeding with water. Not to be obstructed. We have already feeding protocol we will give to the family of the patient.
We have a feeding protocol according
feeding
to the
protocol.
society, and you can get a copy of that. And you
We will give to the
in
family, the
English
patient.
and Arabic translation. The Arabic translation you can give to the relative to follow the instructions and to recognize any complications, any leak, and when to start and what volume to start. The frequency and the total volume within 24 hours. You should increase the fluid gradual, and feed the patient with 45 degrees
Here this is the outer
or
bomber.
around, yeah,
This will
to prevent
the tube from the
aspiration.
outside. This bomber should be on this centimeter mark, which we saw this 3 centimeter.
Are you interested to stitch the wound, Dr. Abdul Hamid?
لا. It will fix from inside with this gastric bomber and from the outside with
Yes.
this external bomber. It will fix itself.
Usually not done the stitch.
No stitches, no. This tube is applied to stay. There are tubes, they can stay months, and the others years. We can remove the tube. The way of remove the tube, this depends on the type of the tube. We have tubes that they have soft bomber from inside, this gastric blade from inside. When it is soft, like this type, we can pull the tube simply out. It will come out. When the bomber is plastic hard, we have to remove it with the endoscope. with the gastroscope. We have to go in, catch this bomber with snare, then we have to cut the tube from outside and we pull it out. And the opening, it will close from alone. We don't need to stitch or do anything.
Very rarely that you can traverse the transverse colon, yes?
Yes, it's recorded.
What makes that likely during the procedure? What
During the
precautions?
procedure, the operator, I think he did not make sure that this transillumination,
Light is the most important.
Diagnoscopy, it is important to make sure there is no organ or no viscous between the stomach and abdominal wall. When the patient has ascites, it's contraindication. Gastric outlet obstruction is contraindication. When the patient has gastric outlet obstruction, we can put this BEJ tube, this percutaneous endoscopic jejunostomy. This is in jejunum, not in stomach.